Hey everybody, Trendy John here from Simpler Trading. I want to go ahead and go over the IWM chart. So I started my leaps today. If you don't know what that means, a leap is a trade in an option where I bought at least 1 year of time. So I bought for January 2025. That's my expiration. And I have to tell you, when you're looking at a trade like this, if you are used to taking trades that last 5 to 30 minutes or 1 to 3 days, this may not be the trade for you, especially if you find yourself asking if you're profitable in the same day. This trade is probably not for you. If you're a trader who is looking for something that you do not have to monitor every single day and you want to look at the big picture, then I'm talking to you. So let's go ahead and listen up. IWM, first of all, we're looking at a quarterly candle. That means each one of these candles represent 1 quarter. And what I've done for you is I like to call this the election trade, if you will. For me, myself, I believe in small caps. I believe things can turn around under our next election, if you will. And I believe that we could see higher prices. But in order for us to get there, we're going to have to hold the support level. Now, there's one trick that we teach, and I'll share with you, and that is you have to respect the candle that you're teaching on. So if I take a trade off of the IWM and I'm looking at a quarterly chart, then I have to wait for the quarter to close before I make any conclusion or idea that my trade is not working out. It just doesn't make sense for me to look at such a high time frame and then base it off of a daily chart or a 4 hour chart or a 5 minute chart or anything like that. So please understand when I'm talking to you about this, IWM could go down $15 in this quarter. Okay. But by the time the quarter ends, my question to myself is whether or not this quarter candle that we're currently looking at can hold above the support. And the support is right here at 183 and current price is at 196.54. After hours, 196.72 by 77. Okay. Now, a couple things that I wanted to go ahead and point out to you. This is a really simple chart. This is a supply zone. This is a demand zone. For anybody that's new at supply and demand, I want you to think about it like your favorite retail, whether that be like your favorite food or your favorite clothing item, or maybe just your favorite place that you like to shop. Most of us like to get a good deal. The idea is down here. This is your clearance rack in this green box here, okay? So demand, and a lot of people actually get this confused, and I've seen uh, professional traders who try to talk about supply and demand get this mixed up. So I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Demand is where you, as the customer, demand where you want to buy your favorite, let's just call it your favorite donuts. Instead of paying $2 for a donut, you really like your favorite donut at $1. And so you demand, and when price gets there, and the retail who is selling you this, or the institution or the business itself who is selling it to you, when things go on sale, they understand that the demand is there. You're going to step up and you're going to buy those donuts at $1. Okay, this is a demand zone for IWM. Yes, it's pretty wide. It's 154 by 100, but I surely do not see the IWM cracking all the way down there towards 100. For right now, again, the quarterly needs to close above support. That's about 2 months and 7 days, I believe. And so we have quite some time before that candle decides to close. At the moment, it is showing support. And that support comes in on the 9 EMA that I'm using here. You guys can see that it pulled back. We then found buyers there. But in order for this chart to look like it's brothers, if you will, the ES futures, the NASDAQ futures, and the Dow Jones, we would have to see a continuation candle up. A continuation candle would take out the high. And so you would get a new hollow candle that looks something like this. Okay. So if you go back and you look at the other future candles that I was talking about, you're going to see, okay, that this one on IWM and on RTY futures looks just like this. It's an inside, but everybody else has this continuation candle. We all know that IWM is lagging. The question is is it going to catch up? And in theory, if the IWM catches up here and we do get that continuation candle that I'm looking for, I do believe the rest of the market is really going to explode. I have identified the supply area. And what I've written in here is this is hopium into the election. All I'm saying is, let's just say that this entire year is pretty bullish. And people are liking what they see when it comes to the elections, but this could lead us right into a supply zone where euphoria happens. All right, so I want you to close your eyes and think about November. I want you to think about all the euphoric feelings that people may get in the world, and especially in the stock market. And then let's say right before elections happen, things start happening. It's always the same story, right? The news channels are going to put out crazy information, and all of a sudden, people are going to get scared. And I think that scared feeling could lead prices back down towards here, and then it would be another buying opportunity for prices to move maybe and possibly over 244. Now, the opposite can happen. They could use the rest of this year into elections to go ahead and scare people after January. Historically, February doesn't look that well. So they could turn, right? Things could end up looking like a little bit deeper of an inside candle that looks like this. Okay. And then March, April, May, we just kind of go sideways. And then maybe we drop here. Boom. And then people are really fearful and they don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. And this, for me, would be another buying opportunity. However, I have started my position in my leap trades. Once again, we did this in 2023 on IWM. Not quite a leap, but we did buy a lot of time. I had a $200 target. We hit that $200 target way before I thought we would. Happened very quickly. But these are the two major zones, and I believe that price will stay between these two zones, most likely all the way up until November. Okay. The question is, if I'm starting a position, how does that look? Where would I add? Those type of things. Those are the kind of things that I want to be thinking about. First of all, my add on a long-term position like this is not going to come in unless we were to tap down here at that 183. I'd be buying that support to see if we can get another move to the upside. If that upside fails and then we continue to come back, I'm going to add again. This is the way that I approach, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. What I'm trying to do is teach you how I trade technical analysis. So I come into long-term trades with the idea that I'm going to be wrong and that I need to scale in. And the question is, John, where do you want to scale in? For me, it's going to be this level. And then this blue level down here at 166, and then possibly down here at 154. Now, again, I'm looking for a move to this red box. Right now, I am biased, okay, that we will continue to move to the upside. Once we clear these topping wicks over here, and we could stay up there for 2 to 3 weeks, I do believe we'll head right back up towards 222, where we'll find rejection. If for some reason I'm completely wrong, things go just absolutely ass backwards, and we find ourselves down here, again, I'll be buying the dip. So I could be wrong on this one, but in this one, I will be looking to go long if I get that opportunity, and I really hope I do. If you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. Have a great day. I hope this helped you.